Alright, let's talk about something that's got the wrestling world buzzing right now. So, LAKnight steps up to Roman Reigns after SummerSlam, and honestly, this is the kind of moment that makes you go, finally, someone's calling out the tribal chief. But here's the thing, it's not just about the challenge, it's about the timing and the tone of it all. What makes this really interesting is that LAKnight didn't just show up to ask for a title shot, he showed up to accuse Reigns of ducking him. That's bold. That's the kind of stuff that gets people talking. Personally, I think this is LAKnight's way of saying, I'm not just another guy in the line, I'm the guy who's going to expose you. And that's a narrative that WWE could really run with. Now, Roman Reigns' response is classic tribal chief. He's like, you haven't earned it, which, fair point, right? LAKnight hasn't won a tournament or a battle royal, but here's where it gets tricky. What many people don't realize is that WWE doesn't always follow the earn it logic. Sometimes, it's about who's the most entertaining, who's the most marketable, or who's the biggest threat to the champion's aura. And LAKnight? He's got that it factor. He's got the mic skills, the charisma, and the fan support. If you take a step back and think about it, this isn't just about a title shot, it's about whether WWE sees LAKnight as a main event player. And that's a bigger question. One thing that immediately stands out is how LAKnight is positioning himself. He's not just asking for a fair shot, he's demanding it. He's saying, I'm the first guy to step up after SummerSlam, and I'm not going away. That kind of persistence is what builds a star. In my opinion, this is LAKnight's way of forcing WWE's hand. He's not waiting for his opportunity, he's creating it. And that's the kind of attitude that separates the contenders from the champions. What this really suggests is that LAKnight isn't just here to challenge Roman Reigns, he's here to change the narrative around Roman Reigns. But let's talk about Roman for a second. He's been on top for so long that any challenge to his reign feels significant. What makes LAKnight different, though, is that he's not just another guy trying to dethrone the king, he's someone who's calling out the system that keeps Roman on top. That's a detail I find fascinating. It's not just about the title, it's about the legitimacy of Roman's reign. And that's a conversation WWE hasn't really had in a while. If LAKnight can keep pushing this angle, he's not just a challenger, he's a disruptor. Now, here's where it gets really interesting. WWE has a history of building stars by having them challenge the top guy, but they don't always pull the trigger. So, the question is, will they actually give LAKnight the title shot, or will this just be another chapter in Roman's dominance? Personally, I think they should give it to him. Not because he's earned it in the traditional sense, but because the story is too good to pass up. LAKnight versus Roman Reigns isn't just a match, it's a clash of ideologies. It's the guy who's been handed everything versus the guy who's taking it. And that's a story that could define WWE for the next year. So, what do you think? Is LAKnight the guy to finally take down Roman Reigns, or is this just another step in the tribal chief's unstoppable reign? Let me know in the comments. But one thing's for sure, this is the kind of storytelling that makes wrestling great. It's not just about the moves in the ring, it's about the stories we tell and the moments that make us believe. And right now, LAKnight is giving us a moment to believe in. Yeah.